Hello there, what is going on, you guys? We have ourselves a Rogue One tank coming for Star Wars Legion. If you are as excited about this as I am, oh my goodness. I think a lot of us have kind of thought this was coming, but now it's finally been announced. Oh, it looks so cool. Look at this. It's the TX-225 GAVw Occupier Combat Assault Tank. That's a lot to say, a lot to print on a box. Now, we're going to call it the GAV? Or are we going to call it the GAVw? The GAVw. There's a W there, right? What is the W? What does that mean? GAVw Occupier. How do you occupy a GAVw? All right, that's enough nonsense. Let's dive into this thing. It looks so cool. I mean, a lot of us thought this was coming, like Krennic and Death Troopers are coming, so it just seemed like we were going to get more Rogue One stuff, where it seemed like we were going to get more heavies at some point because we only have the ATST. So this is super exciting. Also, I want to remind you guys there is another round of the giveaway going right now. I'm giving away a Star Wars Force FX lightsaber in the form of an Amazon gift card. All you have to do to enter to win that giveaway is become a subscriber, or if you're already a subscriber, you've already done that, and leave a comment. It's as simple as that. This looks super, super cool. Let's dive in. So we have this spinny little graphic here, which is awesome. It gives us, first off, look at that base. Look at that base. The base is huge. It's like a football. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a whole new base size. All of a sudden now, all you guys that had your storage just like figured out perfectly. You know, you had all this little foam insert, so I can fit all my bases in here. I've got all this stuff. Nope. You got to redo it all. You know, all those trays, those tournament trays that people have had. Like, oh, I've got all the tray sizes you could ever need. Nope. Whole new base size. Here it is. But I think new base sizes are good, because especially with like, I'm thinking forward to the Clone Wars too. I'm like, a lot of people were like, are they going to be able to do bigger vehicles like the LAT or like an ATTE, or even here like an AT-AT? The fact that new base sizes are coming out kind of gets me excited for thinking about what the future could hold. So that's cool. But also, I love big nasty vehicles, because this is primarily an infantry game. Vehicles aren't necessarily the end all be all of this game, but having one on the field makes all your other troops like, I love the contrast between big and small. So it's just going to be so cool having them like hide behind it and all this. Get your guys on top there. Oh, in these containers on the back, I'm pretty sure they come out because there's some pictures with them coming out. So maybe you magnetize it so they can go in or go out. Oh, and this has got a transport capability, so you can actually put troops on the back. Oh my gosh! Let's look at this. Oh, here they have it painted up. And you got the spread here. It's another heavy. We're getting heavy. And I think our mini that's on top there, I think that's going to swap out, because I think that's like your hard point. I think it's that dude on top, or the gun on top. So that's really cool. But yeah, let's and then look at those Kyber cases that they painted in red. If you can pull them out, then that's going to make a lot more sense, because you're going to want to paint them all the way, and it'd be really hard to get a brush in there. So you know, I don't think I'll be gluing mine to the chassis itself. I think this will be a time to do some magnetization, which will be really cool. But the problem is, I'm thinking about all my dudes now. If I put dudes on the back, I've always put the magnets on there and I didn't pay attention to which way I was putting them. So watch, I put some magnets on there and I put my dudes and it makes them fly off. Oh, that's going to be funny. The things that we didn't think about with foresight, right? Let's zoom in and like take a closer look at this tank. So looks like it's 155 points. So first off, cheaper than the ATST. But you know, it's got some disadvantages from the ATST as well. So you can't put as many guns on it, but it does come with 2 different guns already. So that's pretty cool. So let's see. We've got 155 points. We can take a pilot, we can take a hard point, and we can take a comm. That seems reasonable. We've got this forward twin Mark II cannon. It's range 1 to 2, a red and a black. But it's got suppressive also, fixed front. So that's cool. Speaking of fixed front, by the way, did we look at these arcs? That side arc, because it's got weak point on the sides. That's a big old side arc. That's more than half the surface area of that thing. That's more than half, because it's both sides as the weak point. You're looking at 60 to 75% of the model is a weak point. So that's one of those things it may be cheaper, but it'll probably pop a little quicker. So yeah, so we've got fixed front weapons there. A red and a black with suppressive. Nice. And then we've got a range 1 to 4, a little bit more multi-purpose weapon here. It's big range. 2 red, 2 black. Also fixed front. and that one's got impact 2, so that's going to be good against vehicles. That'll be good against everything because it's got red dice, so that's nice. It's got range 1 to 4, so it's got long range here, big cannon, can shoot very far, and you're going to need those red dice because we've got no surges, no of any kind. So that means this thing is not, not going to last forever. That's what happens with the big vehicles. They're more about defense than offense anyway. Only speed 1, but with a big base like that, speed 1 will actually get you pretty far, so the speed 1's not such a big deal. Speed 1's a really harder thing on the little minis like Darth Vader that can only move like so and so. If you saw my April Fool's Day video, I had given like a big football-sized base to Darth Vader, and with speed 1, he was able to traverse the whole battlefield. So we've got armor on this thing, so we're going to be blocking all those hits. We've got a red defense die too, so huge. Like I said, it might pop. Well, the weak points on the sides, that kind of counters that. So it might not pop as easy as you think. We've got Arsenal 2. We can use 2 different weapons, so we don't even have to equip a hard point because we've got 2 different weapons built in, so that's nice. It's got reposition, so you can do a pivot before or after you move. A pivot's going to be interesting on a big old base like that as well. And then we got Transport 1 open. This one is pretty cool. This one says, you may transport 1 friendly trooper unit. After defending, if you suffered 1 or more wounds, each unit you are transporting suffers 1 wounds. Now the way this is all written is very open-ended. First off, transport's a number, so in theory, they've left the door open for bigger transports, which makes me think AT-AT. It totally makes me think AT-AT. And then they also open. I think open means that the units will take wounds if you get hurt. In other words, that like the guys are just sitting on the back and they're like, oh, we got shot. Well, I got hit with some of it too. So like in theory, they could have closed transport, which again, AT-AT, right? I'm just totally thinking AT-AT right now. But yeah, so like they, and we've seen, when there's a colon before and after, sometimes those will change. So just like with weak point being sides, we've seen with the ATST, the weak point is the rear. So that's when anytime somebody's shooting your weak point, they get automatically impact 1. So the unit itself gets impact 1. So that's, so Transport 1 open is going to be really useful to be able to transport slow units. And the Empire's got a lot of slow units, so this is going to be really nasty. The Rebels are also getting transport, but they can only transport an individual, whereas here we can transport a whole unit. So I'm thinking, first off, Palpatine would be great to transport to the front lines, but also Vader, right? Also Snow Troopers, right? They're pretty slow also. A lot of really interesting things you can do with transport. What we don't know is just how transport's going to work. Do I start out on there, or do I have to board, right? Do I stay on there the whole game? Can I get off? And how does all of that work? If I'm on there, what can I do? Can I shoot from the back of the truck? I mean, it seems like you should be able to shoot from inside a transport. If I have Vader on there or Palpatine, can I use abilities? Can I issue orders? Can I use force powers? Can Vader force choke from inside of the thing? All of these things need to kind of be answered. That's a lot of the questions that I have. Leave me your questions down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys are curious about. Let's look at some of the upgrades that are going to be coming with this as well. We've got a First Sergeant Asmab. I don't know what that says. It's a little blurry. But Imperial only, ground vehicle only. Again, this is like, why say ground vehicle only if there's only ground vehicles? Maybe this means we're getting like a helicopter from Star Wars Rebels, right? Or, well, it's not just from Star Wars Rebels, but they had that helicopter thing. That would be kind of cool. Maybe the Empire will eventually get more vehicles that are not ground only. So, interesting. Is you gain Tactical 1. And what that is, it says, after you perform a standard move, gain an aim token. That's really nice, especially for a vehicle like this that doesn't have the surge. It's also, I mean, honestly, I think I would probably rather put him in an ATST, because now I don't have to only use General Weiss in the ATST, because he's not restricted to this vehicle. He can go in the ATST also, it looks like. And we have another pilot behind him I can't make out, but what I can make out is that he doesn't have that little dot in front of his name. So whatever the other pilot is, you can run multiples of those, so non-unique. That's pretty cool. And we got to look at our 2 hard points. We've got a DLT, and an RT-97. So I can't really see much on there other than the DLT gives you impact. It's probably the 1 through 4, just like your regular Stormtrooper DLT is. A red die, maybe? Something like that. Not bad. I don't know what they cost. This unit's already kind of expensive at $155. And considering you don't really need to add anything else, maybe you run this just as is. Maybe you don't add anything. Although I do like that First Sergeant, whatever his name is. So, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Let's take a look at it here. So here we have, and I love these dioramas they put together. By the way, they are going to be doing Star Wars Celebration. FFG is going to have Legion stuff set up as official dioramas for Star Wars Celebration. So if you're going to that, take some pictures. I won't be there this year. At least that's not the plan, unless some surprises in order. But I don't think so. So as much as cool as it would be, like everything kind of sold out way too quick, and I don't think I'm going to Star Wars Celebration this year. And I would love to be able to see what FFG does set up in the way of dioramas. But here we have those crates, those Kyber crates are not attached. So it tells you they're not part of the model. They can come off. So that's exciting as well. Plus you want room to put your guys on there, right? Super, super excited. So let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about this expansion? Are you excited to have more heavy units in the game? I still don't think heavy units are the end-all be-all for this game, but I think they add a lot of fun and a lot of beauty to your battlefield. And how cool is it going to be able to have two different heavies, an AT-ST and a tank? Is that exciting or what? I'm super excited about this. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. This is just great. This is super great. I want to give a big shout out to my patrons on Patreon, as well as all of you guys that are subscribing. I definitely appreciate it. You all have really helped make this channel grow, and I'm hoping we're going to have an even bigger and better 2019. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that bell for alerts so you can get notified when new videos come out. And hop in my Discord. We're going to be talking about this all day. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day.